Hello friends. Welcome to the Straw Hat Vibe channel. On this channel we will discuss facts about One Piece, theory about One Piece, and review the latest episode about One Piece. So, before entering the discussion video, I want to remind you to click the subscribe button and don't forget to activate the notification bell, so you don't miss the latest information about One Piece from this channel. So, today we will discuss interesting things about Manga One Piece Chapter 1034. As we discussed yesterday, it turns out that Queen can imitate all the powers possessed by members of Germa 66. And from here we have a wild theory of the event. The question is, how can Queen imitate all the powers of Germa 66? Even the power of disappearing Sanji can be imitated by Queen too. Isn't this something interesting? So, let's go straight to the discussion video and make sure you watch until the end so we can discuss it together. Let's go. In Manga Chapter 1034 we are shown by Sanji's fight against one of Kaido's all-star pirates named Queen. And what's interesting is that Queen can imitate all the powers of a member of Germa 66. And this is where our wild theory comes from. Before theory, you should know that Queen is a member of the Vegapunk research team. Fujitora and Green Bull once talked about Dr. Vegapunk, who is considered to be able to replace the Shichibukai. Fujitora also mentioned about SSG, which stands for Special Science Group. SSG is a group of great scientists led by Dr. Vegapunk and tasked with creating a new power that can replace the Shichibukai. Then Yonji also once revealed the fact that the discovery of the lineage factor, which was the basis for the formation of Germa's cloning technology, was the result of a collaboration between Judge and Dr. Vegapunk. But the world government deemed it too dangerous and dismissed the project and arrested the scientists. And the Vinsmoke judge managed to escape and create his own superhuman creation. Vegapunk is also the most influential scientist of this world government and Marines, the strongest intelligence organization in the world. Cipher Pol Igus 0 alludes to Vegapunk's heredity. Here, it turns out that Vegapunk is investigating Kaido's body, which the Marines once captured. However, it is not clear here what Vegapunk has to do with this Wano arc. Then was Queen at that time the target of the world government to be arrested? And from what we said earlier, we theorized that the Queen was also the target of the government to be arrested, because Queen also knows about the Exoskeleton human project. But Queen also managed to escape and met with Kaido. It was later revealed that Queen had worked with Judge and the name of their scientific association at that time was MADS. Until One Piece Chapter 1030. It has been revealed that Judge and Dr. Vegapunk had worked together and Queen had also joined the two of them in a group called MADS. And from this we know why the figure of Queen is very interested in the science of Vinsmoke Jugga's creation. And because Queen doesn't have the same facilities as the Vinsmoke Judge, Queen finally experimented with her own body, and made an exoskeleton into his own body. And in this chapter 1034 we find out the results of the Queen's science project to make an exoskeleton into her own body, and the results are good enough to be able to reduce all the Germa 66 power into his body. That means Queen is a very smart scientist, and maybe Queen can exceed the genius of the Vinsmoke Judge. Because to create the power of the exoskeleton, Vinsmoke Judge uses 5 of his children so that each of them gets a different power. But Queen managed to create that power using only her own body. Not even Queen is seen using a raid suit to use that power. But what about the effect? Did Queen also become cold and lose her heart to those powers? Looks like Queen also has the same effect. But Queen is more like a Sanji figure who doesn't completely turn into a cyborg like all members of Germa 66. Are Queen and Sanji the perfect form of superhuman exoskeleton? And from chapter 1034 onwards, maybe we will find out who is actually stronger between Queen and also Sanji. And if we look at this chapter 1034, Queen uses Sanji's disappearing technique without using a raid suit. Is the raid suit just a costume made by Vinsmoke Judge? Or the human exoskeleton created by Vinsmoke Judge needs a raid suit to unleash his power? Maybe we will explain in chapter 1035 and so on. And from here, maybe Sanji can also use his disappearing power without using a raid suit, with the Queen's explanation of the exoskeleton humans. And if Sanji needs a raid suit for his dissipating power, maybe with Frankie's, Usopp, and also Chopper's genius, they will remake the raid suit with the DNA that Sanji has. And if Queen and Vinsmoke Judge succeeded in creating exoskeleton humans, then what about Dr. Vegapunk? Because Queen, Judge, and Dr. Vegapunk once worked together, It makes sense that Dr. Vegapunk knew about the exoskeleton human. With his intelligence as the #1 scientist, it is certainly not impossible for him to develop human exoskeletons quickly. And if we look at the figure of Lucci, who had appeared in Mariejoa some time ago, he looks cooler than when he was in Eni's lobby. It looks like Rob Lucci already has a new ability that he will use to catch Nico Robin and fight the Straw Hat Pirates again in the next chapter. This new power is related to the results of the SSG research led by Dr. Vegapunk. Of course, Rob Lucci's strength has a lot to do with the exoskeleton human technology that was previously developed by mad scientists. Unlike Judge, Dr. Vegapunk is smarter and can exoskeleton humans more quickly, so that Rob Lucci is strongly suspected of being the first person to receive power from the SSG project Dr. Vegapunk. And maybe other CP0 members have also been modified into exoskeleton humans. So, that is our discussion about Manga Chapter 1034, an exoskeleton human. What do you think? Interesting, right? It seems that this is enough for our discussion this time. If there are wrong words or things that are not right, we sincerely apologize. And you also need to know. We remind you that this video is only speculation or our opinion. What about your opinion? Please write in the comments column and don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell. See you in our next video.